Have you ever noticed how some people can be going through the exact same challenges as everyone else, but they never seem overwhelmed? While others are consumed by worry, overthinking every decision, or feeling drained by daily stress, these people have this inner stability that nothing seems to disturb. What if I told you that the difference isn't their circumstances, their personality, or even their life experience? It's something much more accessible than you think. You've probably experienced this yourself, moments when your mind goes quiet and suddenly everything feels clear and manageable. What I'm about to share will show you how to access that clarity whenever you need it. Here's what I've discovered. Most people live their entire day inside their own head instead of actually experiencing what's happening around them. We're constantly thinking about what we need to do next, replaying things that already happened, or imagining scenarios that might never occur. Think about this morning. When you first opened your eyes, how long did it take before your mind started racing? Maybe you immediately thought about everything on your schedule, or replayed something from yesterday, or started worrying about something that might happen later. This happens because we've learned to believe that thinking constantly is normal, even necessary. But here's what changes everything. The peace you're looking for isn't something you need to achieve or create. It's what's naturally there when you stop filling every moment with mental activity. Those quiet spaces between thoughts, that's not boredom or emptiness. That's where clarity lives. Most people fill every waking moment with mental noise. They eat while thinking about work. They talk to friends while planning what to say next. They take walks while solving imaginary problems. Then they wonder why they feel so tired and disconnected, even when nothing particularly difficult happened that day. But here's what most people miss. You've been confusing mental activity with being alive. Just because your thoughts are busy doesn't mean you're fully present for your life. Have you ever noticed how children can be completely absorbed in something simple, like watching an ant walk across the sidewalk? They're not thinking about it. They're just experiencing it. That's what presence actually looks like. The difference between those calm people I mentioned and everyone else isn't that they have fewer problems or better circumstances. They've simply learned to step out of constant mental commentary and into direct experience with what's actually happening right now. If you're still with me, it means part of you already knows this is true. Most people hear something like this and immediately start thinking about why it won't work for them or how their situation is different. But you're different. You're actually listening, which means you're ready to experience what I'm about to show you. If this is resonating with you, please subscribe. Let me explain why this feels so difficult at first. Your brain has spent years building superhighways of thought patterns. Every time you worry about the future, replay the past, or judge the present moment, you're strengthening those neural pathways. But here's what's fascinating. The brain can't tell the difference between what you're thinking about and what's actually happening right now. When you mentally rehearse a difficult conversation, your body responds with the same stress hormones as if that conversation were happening. When you replay an embarrassing moment from last week, your nervous system reacts as if it's happening again. This is why you can feel exhausted after a day when nothing particularly challenging actually occurred. You've been living multiple timelines simultaneously: past, present, future, and imaginary scenarios, all at once. And in all of that mental activity, you've lost touch with the only moment where peace actually exists. This one. Right now, I want you to try something. Take a breath and notice the temperature of the air entering your nostrils. Feel your feet against the floor or your body in the chair. Notice the sounds around you that you weren't paying attention to a moment ago. What happened? For just a second, your mind stopped its constant commentary, didn't it? That pause, that's not emptiness or boredom. That's the peace you've been searching for everywhere else. Here's what most people don't understand about inner peace. It's not a feeling you achieve. It's a space you return to. It's always been there, like the silence between musical notes that makes the melody possible. Every spiritual tradition points to this same discovery, but they often make it sound mystical or complicated. It's not. It's as simple as recognizing that you are not your thoughts. You're the one observing them. Watch what happens in your mind right now. Thoughts appear, don't they? But who's noticing them? Who's aware that thinking is happening? That aware presence, that's the real you. And that presence has never been disturbed by anything, even when your thoughts are chaotic. The reason you feel scattered isn't because life is overwhelming. It's because you've been trying to find stability in your thoughts and emotions, which are constantly changing. But you've been looking in the wrong place. The stability you seek is in the awareness itself. So here's how to access this immediately. Throughout your day today, catch yourself when you realize you've been lost in thought. Don't judge it or try to stop it. Just notice it. That moment of noticing, that's you returning to presence. When you're washing dishes, actually feel the warm water and soap on your hands instead of planning tomorrow. When someone is talking to you, listen to their actual words rather than preparing your response. When you're walking, feel your feet touching the ground. This isn't about becoming a meditation expert or sitting in silence for hours. This is about discovering that ordinary moments contain extraordinary peace when you're actually present for them. The technique is simple. Anytime you remember, just come back to what's actually happening right now. Your breath, your body, the sounds around you. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your ability to live in reality instead of in the story about reality. Over the next few days, you'll start noticing how much of your mental energy was being spent on things that weren't actually happening. As you practice returning to the present moment, decisions become clearer, relationships feel more genuine, and that background anxiety you didn't even realize you were carrying starts to fade. This isn't about perfection. It's about recognition. Every time you catch yourself and return to now, you're not just finding peace, you're remembering who you really are. If this resonated with you, you're exactly the kind of person who's ready to explore consciousness in a practical way. Hit that subscribe button if you want more content like this, and drop a comment below, sharing one moment when you felt that natural peace I described. And if this helped you, hit the like button so more people can discover this approach to inner peace.